Hi Asher fans, welcome back. I've had a lot of progress report really today on my out. There's a lot. I've got a lot done. I'll show you the baseboard in a minute. Just starting to put some track down. I made another baseboard. I put side skirts on my baseboards. I made another leg up. Done quite a bit today. I'm quite pleased with what I've got done, how much I've got done so far. I'll show you what I've been doing. So that end baseboard made up there. I've got this baseboard made up here, and then that leg made up. So now I've got quite a decent run from one end of the layout to other. I'm just laying this cork out, just sticking this cork down and laying my track out. I've put that yarded track there is laid next to this yarded track here is laid, so this track pin down. So I'll just cut this bit to put in here. That's with that yard in there, that double slip there onto a catch point, onto sidings. So I'll just put my camera down. So what I'm doing is I'm going to lay this yard of track, or this little piece in here, and then we're going to lay that point. I just need to get me I need to get the that double slip laid. We've got some small little panels, some little track pins, some Pico track pins. I drill sleeper first with a fine drill, with a little hand drill. I'm using a little toffee hammer. Put the little toffee hammer. Use pin track down. So I can drill another sleeper here. In fact, I need to solder my wires onto it. Right, so this yarded track, this short piece here, is going to sit just there, and this yard is going to sit there. So I need to mark out where my rails finish. So I need to drill my holes for my wires, and then I've got to drill these holes for my electro frogs wires. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire my layout to take DCC, but I'm going to wire it so that I can use it on analog for now. Because obviously I ain't got the DCC system is a fortune. Well, it's expensive to say the least for a control system. These double slips, I've wired one. I have had one on a layout before, but I can't remember how I did it. So you got 4 wires. You got 4 wires coming out here. 4 dropper cables to go down. So I need to drill my baseboard to accept those. And then I've got I need to get my cable. Wherever that's gone. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder my jumper cables onto the backside of me, onto the backside of rails, onto underside of rail, so you don't see a jumper cable that's on soldered to side of rail. So I'll do that now, and then so we've got red cable. I'm using red and black cable for my track feeds. So what you do when you're soldering wires, if you watch any other channels, my RC channel or my slot car channel, you should always use flux. You should always do it with clean wires. It'll not solder if your wire's not clean, or if your material's not clean, you're soldering it too. You don't want to put loads of solder on it, just enough to. You can hear it fizz there when I did it, when I put the iron on it. So that's a soldered. That wire's soldered on there now. So always make sure you're doing your right colours. So I'm gonna wire it for DCC, but I'm gonna wire it up as DCC, but I'm gonna use it as analog for now. So I'm not gonna solder. I'm not putting wires across every joint, every rail head, from one rail to other. I'm soldering it. I'm gonna put some buzz wires underneath. That's good, that. So we want see mark where your rails are going to go on your cork. Drop your drill your holes. Then you can just drop your wires down through your rails. So I need to do the same at this end. Because my baseboard joints here at Edge's platform, I need to cut the sleeper off, and then then solder some wires on. So, because I'm not doing in fact I'm going to change that. I'm not overly happy with that end. So you can bend your wires up like that, and like that, and you can get another sleeve. You can get your sleeping back on your rails. So we don't need much wire on these. That should be more than enough to go down. So the reason why I've doing this piece with two lots of cables, I've already said because at baseball joints I'm cutting I've got to cut I've got to cut it on the baseboard joint, so then it's not going to be it'll not be in the right place. But if I cut it and I don't put jumper cables on, this piece of track will be dead from that piece to this board. And I don't want to use fish plates to join the rails together, because fish plates on real railway are nut and bolted together, and you can see them because it's in rail, but it's not. You scale that down. You scale that down down to 4mm to scale, and rails are. And the fish plates would be microscopic. You won't be able to see them. So, and then on main line now, the welded rail. So they don't even have fish plates. Those chemical weld it. They chemical weld the rail together. Right, so that's that in place. That little piece of track. So what I need to do is cut this piece of track here and put some copper sleeper strip underneath, soldered copper sleeper strip to rails, then slit the copper so it don't create a short circuit, and then I can just nail that down so that your rail heads are fixed. The ends of your rails are fixed for transportation. So I ain't got any of that yet. Any of that copper clad sleeper strip. So I need to get some. So that'll be a job, another day's job. So I'll drill this sleeper because this is one back from the joint and baseboard. Right, so that's me. That's that bit done. So you can put these Crimson and Cream Grizzlies on. So it's showing me, my coach is showing me that this piece of track here is just a little bit is not quite straight, this yard. So you get a meter rule, put that against your sleepers. So I can bring that down a bit. Just going to tap this one's out a little bit as well, actually. Right, so now I need to put my if I put my camera down the line, right, so I need to put my double slip in now. So I need to mark out everywhere where I'm putting my droppers on my rails. That one's drilling there. That one's drilling there. That one's drilling there. Right. I'll drill those. Come on, you pig. Well, that's lucky. Right, that has just dropped down in the right place. That's where my double slip is going to sit. Just there. Right. So I'm not going to nail this down yet. What I'm doing is I'm going to do my track plan and put put all my points in and things, and I'm going to change my points as a wiring tube style. I'm not going for expensive point motors and going down that route. That's just, to me, that's it's kind of like a luxury, if you like, but it's too much money to point motor all your points. So I'm not going to bother messing about with point motors. Right, so with this one, we need to, this is a catch point, so when you come out onto the main line, it stops freight from running away from you. So if you had, if you didn't have that there and this point was set, your freight can roll out onto the main line and run away with you. So we don't want that. So what they did was they put catch points in. So set your catch point against you. So that's set for main line. That's set against. So when you come out, you run across that rail and it comes off. Your freight comes off and runs down the side. So I need to now I need to figure out how far I'm doing this. So I don't want the other thing is when you're putting your track down, your main lines, you put your track on an 1/8mm thick cork for main line, and then for the shunting yards and stuff, it's 16th cork. Your main line's always higher than your shunting yards. So I'm just cutting that sleeve thread, this second sleeve thread down here, so I can get my rails a bit closer. So what I'm doing there is just marking out where rails running, so that I can line it up so it's a straight run. Well, in fact, that wouldn't actually be there, would it? That could be here, a bit further away from them both. So when you do it, I'll do a wiring up. I'll do a point fitting and a wiring up another day. What I'm doing today is I'm just going to try and get this track pan a bit more concrete. So what I'm wanting to do is have this so it's a yard. So I've got what I'm wanting to do is have this so I've got a yard. I can come off it out this edge shunt and come a yard down, and I can run back a couple of yards. So I'm just trying to work out where I need to put this catch point. I've got to cut this rail, then put catch point in, and then go again. So I think I'll go from this side actually. Let's just cut them off. Right, so that's going to go like that. And I'll put that in, probably there. Yeah, because then that gives me enough. That gives me enough sleepers to run off. So I'm going to solder my cables in and cut some cable off here. Drill me. The other advantage of doing it this way is that you don't, when you drill your holes, you're not damaging your track by drilling your holes down outside here, sleepers or anything like that. I'm going to try and get something running today. I should take it now. This rail's not very good today. This rail's not taking the solder very well. So what I'll do is I'll just get this. I'll get these couple of. I'll get this lining, then this track, and then this. I'll get this track down and then get the catch point in, and I'll call it a day for today's video. and then I'll lay that. In fact, I'll just get this track down, I'll cut it, get my oven in position, then I'll call it a day for this video, because what I need to do is I need to get me switches and stuff for all my points, so I can do a video on. I can do a video on how I'm gonna. I'm gonna do my point connections and wire my frogs up and that. Right, so that's that down. So, chain double slip. That runs round there. So you can have this running in any direction. So when that's all laid in there, when that's all down, I'm going to be able to cut that rail. Our little top end works quite well. Right, I'm quite happy with that, today's progress. So I'll call it a day at that. And I'll catch you on the next one. If you like it, can you like and subscribe? Keep tuned for next few videos. If you want to leave me comments, leave me a comment, and I'll get back to you on it. Thanks very much. Catch you on the next one.